One of the questions I consistently see in the comment section of Shinobi Striker videos or on the Shinobi Striker Reddit is, what are the best range type jutsu? A valid question but hard to give a definitive answer as balance patches consistently shift where a jutsu may be on the tier list update to update. Putting that aside, we're going to be answering this question anyway with the top 5 range jutsu. I'll leave a full tier list at the end of the video if you're curious to see where I rank all range type jutsu. Anyways, let's run the intro. Kicking the list off, I have a hot take. Coming in at number 5 is Itachi's very own Amaterasu. This placement is probably a personal bias, as for the longest time Amaterasu was my favorite jutsu in the game. But Rose, why is this move so good? It's not easy to hit and it doesn't do a lot of damage. Well, what makes this Amaterasu so good is all of its effects to assist in completing game mode objectives. It is one of the best supportive range jutsu for controlling space or eliminating enemies, despite its learning curve. The first thing Amaterasu does is it cancels armor and guarding. This move dominates on base battle, where bases are stalled out by defense types spamming armored attacks and purple lightning tool. Secondly, the defense debuff it provides, in addition to constant birds, makes any additional attack deal massive amounts of damage. Lastly, it lingers where it was casted, which is perfect for defending a point of interest or jumping to the flames yourself to keep enemies that are charging at bay. The utility of this move and the ability to counter armor nuisances is why I have it at number 5. The third and fourth best range jutsu are interchangeable, meaning that one isn't necessarily better than the other, but I'll rank them in terms of how user-friendly they are. So I'll be placing Icicle Swallow at number 4. Another skill-based jutsu, Icicle Swallow isn't your typical range type attack. If you're launching this move at your opponent from a distance like a fireball or a water dragon, then you're using it incorrectly. This move is a counter attack, specifically to be launched at enemies rushing towards you to close the distance that range types typically fight from. The reason why this move is top 5 are as follows. Firstly, it breaks armor, so moves like Demon Hunter or Lightning Lariat are hard countered by this jutsu. Secondly, you cannot substitute from being frozen, and while you are frozen, you will take additional damage due to the suspension damage. Lastly, it slows down the cool time of ninjutsu and substitution, further utilizing its purpose to counter opponents' offense. This jutsu provides a lot of support and counterplay, and the damage making it worthy of the top 5 entry. Whilst Icicle Swallow is much better countering and surprisingly provides more damage than the number 3 spot, Kamui Bond is vastly more versatile and easier to use. So making it to the top 3, I have Kamui Bond. If you don't know what the jutsu does by now, I'll leave the description on screen. Having a move that keeps you protected as a range is very important, as range types have the lowest health pool in the game. Kamui increases your ability to survive while elevating your offensive capabilities. Additionally, it helps you complete any game mode objective. This versatility is why Kamui Bond is the 3rd best range jutsu. So before we head into the top 2, I want to briefly cover some honorable mentions. Firstly, Phoenix Flower Jutsu had a major glow up. Though the damage is minimal, a 10-second sublock works well in supporting heavier hitting ninjutsu to maximize damage output. Kamui Lightning Blade has great versatility. Timed well, it can protect you from almost all attacks and secret techniques, and it's very nice defense debuff that can decimate enemies' health. Also, Lightning Net is a classic, the OG of top tier support range type jutsu. This thing is great at dealing damage, breaking armor, and surprisingly it helps mitigate damage as the attack debuff is something serious. Okay, now let's get into the 2 best range jutsu. For many of you that are relatively new or casual players, this second jutsu may come as a surprise, but Inferno style Flame Lightning is without a doubt one of the best range jutsu in the game, and has a good argument for being the best range jutsu. The biggest thing that holds this jutsu back from many players is that Shinobi Striker has terrible servers. This jutsu depends on a good connection more than any other, as this jutsu has the biggest risk factor when you miss it. Despite this risk, the reward is undoubtedly worth this jutsu, as its versatility makes it viable across all game modes. It deals an insane amount of damage, pulls players out of shields and guards, and is one of the only 3 ninjutsu that counters Kamui. In addition, this potential to combo anything and reset the combo makes it deadly for touch of deaths and setups. Outside of the lag, this jutsu is very easy to use. It requires experience and reads to actually dodge it, if you see it coming. All of these attributes make it the number 2 on this list. And finally, the best range jutsu in the game. This should come as no surprise as you see most players use this move. This move is paired with anything else that you have, and it instantly makes that other move a little bit better, whether it's decent or not. And I'm talking about Oboro Guruma. You get an insane charge strangle buff that makes it like super unbalanced. Nah, let me stop. While Oboro Guruma is the best move in the entire game and deserves to be nerfed into oblivion, Majestic Destroyer Flame is the range type's best jutsu. Big damage, unblockable, shield breaker, large hitbox, ranged attack. This thing embodies what a range type is all about and can even make a brand new player seem decent. Okay, so there you have it. This is the best range type jutsu in Shinobi Striker. Here's a list of all the jutsu, including secret techniques. But I'm also curious, what would you change about this list? Also, what is your favorite range type jutsu? I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.